has always been seeing everybody's cosplay. If you don't recognize mine, I am cosplaying a half Japanese girl who also looks like a rejected member from the K-pop band Twice. Not gonna lie, when I got these bangs, I really thought I was out here looking like Momo. But I think it's giving more ZABBY Yumeko from Kakegurui. And now I have to be a little more careful because of my shut-in lifestyle. If I let it grow out too long, then I start to look like L from Death Note. And at that point, I might as well throw an eye patch on so I could look like Himeno from Chainsaw Man. The worst part in all this is I pulled up screenshots of anime characters on my phone, and I told my hairstylist, make me look like this. Even worse, one of those pictures was AI. So I was asking to look like a fake character made by fake technology. You could say at this point I was feeling like Momo from Dawn da Dawn, because I guess I really thought my hairstylist was gonna pull out some nanoskin technology to make me look like whatever I wanted. Long story short, I guess I'm not Momo from either scenario, but you could say that I got the feels of rejection twice. Thank God. I was like, if these people don't get it, I wasted so much time writing that. My whole thing is, I love anime so much, but I do try way too hard to relate it to my life, and sometimes that can be cringy. One example of this, I'm not a picky eater, but I'm not an adventurous one. And even my mom knew something was up when I ordered a plate of soba at a Japanese restaurant. Specifically cold soba. And if that doesn't ring a bell for anyone, you guys are all fake My Hero fans. I'm telling you, I locked in when they were showing all of the favorite foods of the characters. I know Deku likes that pork cutlet bowl. Me too. I know Ochako likes mochi. Me too. I know Ida likes beef stew. That guy. Sorry, I don't really like Ida, and I no longer like beef stew. But anyways, this whole time before I try soba, right, I am praying. I'm like, please God, make me hate this dish so I can break this vicious cycle where I'm Delulu and I think that I'm exactly like all my favorite characters. And I hate to say it, but as cold as that soba was, the taste was fire. So I left the restaurant, I was like, oh my God, I'm just like Todoroki Shoto. I called my dad, I said, Dad, come beat up Mom real quick. So I can feel traumatized like my goat Todoroki Shoto. I'm just kidding. Obviously, I don't glamorize abuse of any kind. Okay, we leave that for the Makima Denji cosplay couples. I see you, but I also hear you barking in the theaters. I actually did enjoy Reze Arc, and I have a little story to share about that actually. I've learned that with Chainsaw Man, you kind of have to be careful sometimes. I made a mistake because I brought my Chainsaw Man manga to read at work one day. Just to give you a bit of context, my workplace is rated PG, like super PG. And it just so happened that the part where I left on was right after Denji rescues Power and her cat. Literally the next page is her holding up her end of the deal. I made a mistake because I should have just brought all 18 volumes. It was so good, you guys. I read that so fast. I highly recommend it, by the way. You also get a bit of an adrenaline kick when you're reading all this 2 feet away from your HR compliance board. Another 2 feet away from your boss. So, you know, lesson learned. I guess that's one way to get fired. I didn't. That was a joke. Overall, I have been seeing more anime this year. It's really fun. And I guess the one that was most memorable to me had to be seeing Demon Slayer Infinity Castle in IMAX. And I think after that, I watched Demon Slayer Infinity Castle in Dolby. I just loved it so much. And then after that, I tried to get into Demon Slayer Infinity Castle 3 times. And then sadly October hit. So most recently I had to watch Demon Slayer Infinity Castle 4 times, followed by Reze Arc. Does anybody want to guess what I watched after that? Demon Slayer Infinity Castle 5 times. And you know, not to quote the movie word for word or anything, but for me, that film ranks in the realm of the highest. Wow, nobody watched this movie. It's okay, I watched it 5 times for you. I think I just like it a lot because sometimes when I do stand-up, I feel like I'm up here slaying my own demons. The only difference is my inner demons don't look as hot as Akaza and Doma. But to be completely honest with you, yeah, doing stand-up, it's a mental battle. But honestly, when I'm in an environment like this and I feel like I can be myself, it makes it fun. So thank you for letting me be like Tanjiro and seeing that transparent world a little clearer today. Man, you guys really didn't watch this movie. Because I got another one. I'm gonna practice honing my Hinokami Kagura comedy skills. Okay, thank you. That's good. In the hopes that, you know, we can make more space in the world for anime-themed content. So this is the part where I hate to do this, but if you want to help a girl out, that's me. I will end this on 3 silly thoughts, I guess. 1, Turbo Granny sounds like an older woman on various dating apps who's literally in a rush to gobble on some underage weenie. 2, and this one's kind of gross, I apologize. Power from Chainsaw Man seems like the type of bitch who would suck on her own used tampons to revive herself. We agree though, right? And then 3, I don't know why it just took me so long, but for the longest time I thought Shigaraki's quirk was just eczema and depression. And that's all I have for you. Thank you so much.